All right. Let's see. There we go. Hey everybody, how are you doing? Hi Unknown, how you doing, man? Welcome in. Holy shit. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get in today because I've been struggling like crazy all morning and been coding and trying to get a couple of things to work. And you know, you don't want to start streaming in the middle of a project that you're doing. It's, oh my god, it's been a fight with myself, but I got it there. Oh my god, I got it. So I actually got something to work, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna lower my audio. I don't know if it's too loud with the music in the background. Just let me know, because I have a hard time sometimes knowing when it's too loud and not. Anyway, holy shit. So let's just take a little gander at what I actually done. It's probably not so freaking difficult for anybody that actually knows what they're doing. But I learned a shit ton. I learned a real big chunk of information, and it's actually pretty cool. So I'm just building it right now, and let's see if I can get it up on the screen here. Holy smoke. It's been fun, and today we are going to move on with it and start getting something on the screen. We're going to do a couple of widgets and start getting buttons on the screen, so we can actually push the buttons and not have to press the key binding. Instead, we'll do it on the... Come on, get up there. There we go. Here's our little mech. So nothing new fancy. However, if we go into our fitting window here and go to fitting, now I have changed max energy. I just needed to get something on the screen. We're gonna move it back to the original max energy, but this is actually current energy that is ticking up right now, up to 2500. If we move in a battery here that we have an energy battery. You can put it in a mid slot. We're getting that up to 25, and if we move it back, it will go back down to 2500. That's the first thing. The second thing is we have a module right here that just disappeared. I actually might have to... That's interesting. It's not supposed to do that. Let's see what happens here. There's actually an error. Oh, it's there, so it's saved. That actually was something that I haven't seen before, so it probably is... Something is wrong here. When I drop it into the same slot, it doesn't reappear. Anyway, so this one is a targeting amplifier level 1. So just like we had yesterday or 2 days ago, when I place this into my slot, it's supposed to increase my max targeting distance. However, it doesn't do that anymore until we actually activate it. So right now it's the same 35 meters distance. So we're gonna activate this, and if I press my 4 key, because we got 1, 2, 3, number 4. If we have more, you're gonna be 1, 2, 3, Alt 1, 2, 3, Control 1, 2, 3. So it's a maximum of 9 there. Anyway, if I press my 4 key on my button, I starting this thing. It goes up to 45, and you see that max energy actually goes down for a little bit. So every time it restarts, right now it's every 5th second, it actually applying a energy cost of I don't know, I think the level 1 is 13. So you can see that it actually ticks down to 13, and then it goes up again because the energy regeneration at 55. So it actually gives us 55 new energy every second. So the idea is that we need to level this one, so our energy regeneration should not be high lower than the actual amount of energy we're using, because if we do, then this energy level will dip down the further we are using the modules. Anyway, we have a pretty high surplus right now because this is using 13 every time it starts, which is right now every 5 seconds. That is just for testing. It's supposed to be like 30 seconds or something like that, or maybe, you know, 45 seconds or whatever. But it is coming down to making sure that we are using when we're using a module, it actually costs us something. And we can actually turn this off now by using the same button. So what I do is I will push the button and nothing happens until it tries to activate again. So what I've basically done is that we put a shutdown tag on it. So we're adding a tag to the module, and what it does is checks if the module has the tag of shutting down, and if it has the tag of shutting down, it will shut down. And the thing is that I haven't had, you know, it hasn't been, the problem hasn't been to the idea on how it works has been there all along. The problem is that it's the server client combination, and I had been fighting like crazy because I didn't realize that even though you're putting, if we open up our code here, even if we are adding, see where we are, shut down, remove any, this is going to be removed. So basically what I was doing before was I tried to execute a mark ability for ending on the ability, but that just didn't work because we are trying to do something on the server and it was just looking at the client, and I tried to do all kind of RPCs. I just couldn't get it done to work. So what I did finally is that I started adding gameplay tags here. So I created a function called add shutdown tag to ability. So we're adding a tag basically. And let's see here. So we're adding it here, and if we don't have the tag, we're adding the tag. That can be removed now. And if it is not the server, then we need to call the server. So we're adding a add shutdown tag to ability on the server, which is basically the same thing, just that we do it on the server. And the same thing when we remove it, when we try to activate the ability, we start by removing any tags that are lingering around, because the problem was that even though I tried to remove it inside my ability, it wasn't removed. So I had to come up with a plan to remove it before we actually trying to activate it. Because what happened was that we start activating it, and after the first turn, it just shut down. Anyway, I know it's hard to go through code like this matter, but just want to say what's happening with the game and how we're moving forward. I just want to say here, so we're going to go to equipable items, mid slot, and that is a curve table. That is not gameplay abilities, combat scanner. No, that's where it's supposed to be. I need to get these organized because right now it's not organized at all. Let's see. Gameplay effects, mid slots, active abilities, targeting. Here we go. So I have now 4 different gameplay effects, which is just insane. well, three gameplay effects and one ability. So this is the actual ability, and how we do it is that we're starting the ability, and then we commit it, and we have our cost down here, cost gameplay effect class. Basically, it's just this one. It takes from the curve table. Goes into the curve table and look for the energy cost, and then it's adding a negative number to that, so it removes it. And then we're applying the effect, and this effect is from inside our C++ code. And basically what it is pretty simple. Let's see, it's just applying a gameplay effect. Apply effect, apply effect, apply effect. I should actually use my apply. I'm in the wrong freaking. That's where we're supposed to be. Apply effect. So basically, it's checking if we have authority, and then getting the effect from the data asset. So I added effect to the data asset. So it's basically the top part here is just looking for the finding the right module in and finding the data asset there, and then getting that data asset effective active effect. So that is basically just handing down and saying, hey, add let's see, that is the second effect, this one. There's an infinite, so add, exactly like we did 2 days ago. We are adding the target distance 10 based on level on the effect. So it's 10, 15, 25, 45 and 60 meters. Nothing weird there. Anyway, so next thing what happens is we're printing a string, and we don't need to do that, so we can just move this, trying to remove all these things that have been had to put in to test everything. And then we start the timer. After we're applying the effect, we're starting the timer. How long are we going to have this effect working through? And right now we are just starting the timer. We're checking that we have authority, so it's on this the server. And then we set timer to loop. So this is something I need to work a little bit on. Right now it's a hard-coded 5 seconds. We need to be able to calculate this on how long will this last, because if you have a buff or a debuff, then we need to take that in account when we're calculating the time. For example, if we have 30 seconds and we have a buff on it, so let's say that this thing lasts for another 15 seconds, we need to do that calculation here. And we do that just before we actually start the timer. Here's the actual timer, just a regular timer. So this is actually something I want to do today. Send information to UI to countdown. So we're going to create a countdown that the user can see. We're going to have a button that the user can click to start it and stop it. And on the button, I want information to happen. So basically, we're going to have a countdown clock on the button or something like that. And it needs to be an RPC for the client because this is on the server. So that stuff had to happen on the client, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What else? Anyway, when this timer is finished, we are calling a function called timer finished, and this is only a let's see, there it's a blueprint implementable event, so we don't do anything in here, we actually do it in blueprint. So that is this guy right here. So the timer has finished. We can remove that, we don't need that, we can delete that right now. We are finishing the timer, and then we're checking if we have added the tag, right? So we just doing a check. Have we added the tag? And to shut down. If we have added it, we just mark to end and then end ability. If we haven't, we committing the ability again, and then if we can afford that, of course. If we can't afford it, then we end the ability, and if we can't afford it, we are starting the timer, and they just go round and round and round. So it's basically a loop here. It goes from in here, in there, and then come back here. So this is the loop. So it's not very difficult to follow, but yeah, it was the tags that was the problem for me, to be able to get this check right here. Are we shutting down or not? That was the big problem for me. Anyway, screw it. So that's part of the reason I didn't stream yesterday, because I was fighting with this all morning, and then I was like, no, I have to go and do some real world things. And then this entire morning I was struggling as well, but finally I got it to do what we needed to do. So there are a couple of things that I want to work on today, and it's got to do with this. I want to do, number one, I want to be able to see our energy level for our vehicle on screen, and I want to have a button for starting this up. I don't know how to, because I want dynamic buttons. If the slot is empty, we don't want a button. However, if we have a slot, we want a button that is going to activate and deactivate depending on what we do. Anyway, so yeah, that's where we're at, and yeah, that's just what's happening right now in the game. And other than that, right now, haven't done really much visually. It's the same stuff. So it's just more control on the actual. This actually looks pretty cool when it turned around, and it's like stuff was still around. I don't. Maybe we can have a puff of smoke coming from the feet when he starts walking too, not only when he stops, but actually or when he puts down his feet, but actually when he turns and start walking. Would be pretty cool. Like a little pop there, a little pop there, right? Like you don't only get a pop when you're stepping down, you actually get a little pop when you're stepping up too. Anyway, right, so that was my explanation of what's happened in the last couple of days. So we're going to start looking at the screen. Oh, I haven't even thought about this. I mean, I've been building this game for 3 months or something, and I haven't even started thinking about what it's supposed to look like. What kind of buttons do I want? We're not going to do anything fancy now, just to add the functionality, but I haven't even thought about it. I haven't even thought about what they're supposed to look like, what my UI is supposed to look like when it comes to these things. I mean, I have my color scheme pretty tight now when it comes to all these things. And the question is, should we have the buttons inside one of these? You know? Should we just do one of these things with buttons in it at the bottom? Now we do a circle thing with the energy or something like that, or just a, because it's basically a progress bar. I like this type here though. Basically you can see that it's something, but it's a lot of see-through parts. Or do we want it to be... Problem is that we're going to have a situation where we're going to have both on one screen. That's not so going to happen in the real, you know, when the game is finished, because this will only be at a certain level. Well, let's close that down for now. Look at the widgets we got. Overlay is the widget we're going to work in. Center menu. Let's see, UI HUD. Let's look at the ship window radial. It's gotta be in a fitting menu. Where's the thing we actually drop our slot, drop slot widgets in? It's a vehicle storage item. Finisher, what the hell? Central menu. Target log widget control. What the hell? This actually is interesting. Just a HUD. So I'm talking about this little thing here. This thing here. Rounded. It's gotta be somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. It's in here. Ah. Oh, all right. Okay. Right. Okay. So basically it's just a slot widget box. So it's just a widget box, a horizontal, I guess. And then we have an overlay, and then we have an image in there, and then another horizontal box. Why do we have two? No, this is a size box. All right. Well, let's just freaking copy this and see if we can just recreate it. Gonna go into overlay and go to use a widget. Let's do that for now. Button overlay. Let's see. Boom. And let's see here. So I'm gonna do desired and that, and this is gonna be what? 250, 450 times 200, 150, 100. So let's see here. If we just add, I don't know, should have round buttons, right? Or should we do a? What I can do is just do button. I think I had something Sub buttons, closing buttons. Swish, 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 swish. WBP, closing button is the small, lock is the small. Information, DC info. What the hell is that? Yeah, that's tab thing. This thing? No, I stole it. I actually did. It's embarrassing to say. No, I went into Lyra, the Lyra project, and stole a couple of their buttons and stuff like that, and then I played around with the colors. So yeah, it's Lyra, it's 100%. So if we look at it, so it's the Lyra stuff that I've went into, and then I've been playing around with these colors inside here, yeah, so yeah, no, I mean they got a shit ton of good content in there, and they are totally you know, adjustable. If we go into any MI here, here, look at all these settings. You can just go in and edit anything you want and get the color scheme you want, and you know, so everything is adjustable. Yeah. But I mean, if you look at Lyra's actual stuff, if we have the M here, I think is the button. I mean, look at this shit. What the hell is this? This is just insane, you know? And then try to go in here and understand. I don't have time for it. I got so much stuff to think about when it comes to this. But this is just mind-blowing. And you can do so much, but it's just... oh, Jesus. No, I don't have time. You know... You got to know where your skills are. Yeah, that's a part of it, but it's also, it's like, I mean, just go in here and go like, yeah, it's a reflection, then you add then and saturate and lerp and multiply and append. I mean, people that love to do this, it's I've been trying to play around with it quite a bit. I've been doing some courses and stuff like that, but it's just insane. Yeah, it's just insane. But there are people that this is what they do. But I'm trying to take help from anything I can, so I don't have to do. I mean, otherwise I would be sitting for 2 weeks just trying to figure this shit out. And instead, I'll just change some values here, and yeah. And we get this. Yeah, it's I mean, there are a lot of stuff out there that is really good to have and to play with and to take help. But I can tell you that most of my materials that I have in here are basically... yeah, but it's like I don't have detonation. I mean, I can do basic things, but when it comes to these you know, I don't have the mindset to be able to say, if we create something here and then we take something there and then you multiply that and we take that result and we divide that with some kind of other result from something else, and then we get something awesome. I don't have the mind to be able to see that result, how it's experience, right? You do it over and over and over and over again, and to me, I don't find it so, that part is not that intriguing to me. Yeah, I mean, it's experience. You do something, and then you look at somebody else that done something, and you try to implement that and mimic it, and then you just like, you start going into it and you start understanding, you know, if we do this, then the end result will be that. So what happens if we end up and taking that result and combine that with another result? We should get something similar that we want. Totally amazing what they can do. Not me. This is not for me. I don't have, you know, there's so much other stuff I want, and to be honest, what I'm doing right now is so much more interesting to me. So yeah, but it's amazing what they can do. Absolutely. Whew. Let's see. So I think I want to have some kind of round buttons, but I don't know. I mean, it's easy enough to do. So let's see. We can create a new button. Let's see if we can create a new button. Let's open this guy up. Sub button. What do we have here? The problem with round buttons is that we are having the problem like you always have with round buttons. Then you need to go in and get the button to be activatable. You know, weird shapes usually gets you into trouble when it comes to buttons. But I don't know, do we want round buttons? Maybe it's don't want round buttons. I mean, to be honest, right now it doesn't fucking matter. All I want to do is to get a button in here that will have the name, or I don't want a name on it. I want it to have an image. I want the image to be of the module. So I want the module image on the button. And then I want it to have a timer in the center. When we activate it, we want that timer to count down on how long is left until that module is no longer active, or how long it's left of the module's activation cycle. My sister purchased me a Steven Novartis Pro Plus course for her birthday present. Yeah. Oh yeah. Which course did you take? I mean, he's really good. He's really good. I mean, but it comes down to you have to just practice. See here, so I'm gonna go and we're gonna go. We need some kind of button here. I need to create a new button. That's it. That's what I need to do. Oh shit, the hell are we? Content, game, blueprints, UI, overlay. So we're gonna take a user widget. Let's just do that. Just take active button. Active button. There's two. Yeah. He I don't know how many has. He actually starting with a tutorial series that I'm gonna go and follow pretty closely. Well, you have a basic. I got a basic C++ course for game development that goes in more to the basics of what, you know, different things in C++ is. But he does it out of you know, making sure that we targeting things that are important for game developers in Unreal Engine. And then he got the C++ Ultimate Game Developers course. Yes, the UE5. I hope I did the UE4. I bought the UE5. I haven't done it. And I bought the game. What do you call it? The multiplayer game one. I haven't finished that. I finished the gas project, but it comes with a new one when it comes to AWS. But that's going to probably take 4 or 5 months before it end up on Udemy. You have to be a part of his Patreon page to get early access to it, and he starts releasing the first episodes just in a few couple of weeks or something like that. All right, well, just get into it. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask. Functions. Yeah, I did struggle with functions when I started too. I must say that. It's almost embarrassing to say, but yeah, I did. There's a lot of shit I struggle with. But it just get into it and do it. That's the only thing you can do. You know what I mean? I mean, I struggle with everything, but it's, you know, like I said, it's, you do it just as long as you do it over and over again, you'll get the hang of it soon enough, you know? That's what I do now here. This is what that is. It's my go in and just do the job and try to learn as much as possible. Yeah. Take courses, get the basics, basic understanding, and then just do. Just go in and do. Where the hell is this? This is... I tried to open it, double clicking on it, but nothing happens. It's just... VBP sub... Oh, maybe I need to do... Oh, that's what I need to do. Okay. So, I need a size bar. I have a size bar, a button overlay, selection image, selection button, and I got the tab name. Selection image. Yeah, that is because when it's selected, I want the image to change a little bit. So when we click on it and it's active, I want the image itself to change. So that is perfect. I need that. I need a selection button, and the tab name is not really necessary. It's supposed to be... I don't know if it's supposed to be on the button though. I need some kind of timer handle, timer look on it. Let's get all these done. Copy those and just put them in here. We need to wrap this with a size box. And let's see. Copy. Delete. Paste. Empty. Empty. Should I do 100? It's a round one. Border. Let's see here. This is the wrong thing. I shouldn't do this. I should take... Let's see if we can get a circle image. Oh, that's a hovered. Sorry. I just want to see what that would look like. Oh, fuck. What the hell happened there? Selection image. Image. box. Huh. This actually looks pretty cool. Rounded box. Outline settings. Interesting. If I do 35, 35, 35, 35. Will that affect my click range? Oh, that is not. That's not gonna work. 40. 50. That is perfectly round, right? That didn't help. Okay. I was trying to see what I can do. Around the box. Padding. Let's see, 0 there. Huh. No padding on that one. There we go. Trying to see what we can. So this could be active, deactivated. Right? Active, deactivated. Active, deactivated. Oh, interesting. Just need to get some kind of image there. Let's see if we have any images. I know I created some images. Let's see here. No, not UI content, assets, images. Module images. Let's see here. That's just that. No, I did something for my slots. That's not it. Okay, it's not my images. There's materials then. That's round. Textures, no. Huh. Just my fonts. It's interesting. Because I know I did something for my UV slots here. Data. UI. Fitting menu. No, I did something here. It's just the outline. Oh yeah, alright, so I got the outline and then I put the image on top. I look at these images. Yeah, and these are material instances. Right, I did because this is circular mask on these. Okay. So let's see if we can create a material. Does every module needs its own material in that case? But how the fuck did I do that for? Let's see. Overlay image. Let's take a look at that. Just take a look at fitting menu. It's just placed on top here. All right. So it's just placed on top. It's not a material instance. It's just placed on top of the green stuff. And this is also placed on top of the green stuff. All right. Okay. Let's look at the slot. Game blueprints and draggable. No. Heading menu. This guy here. Just an overlay. Item image. Yeah, that is just on top there. Then we are emptying that, and then we have the deactivation, which, oh shit, I haven't touched. That's something that doesn't work in multiplayer at the moment. Right. Okay. And we need the deactivation in there as well, to be honest. Because a module can be in our in modules, you need to be able to activate it from the buttons. Let's just copy this entire thing here and bring it into, can close that guy now. Here, size box, button overlay. Huh, interesting. Got an interesting result here actually. Let's bring down the button. Oh, do this. There we go. Okay, let's remove. Let's remove this because we don't need this at all. Do that. Oh, okay. Need something there. Okay, that is not what I wanted. Let's see here. Oh, that's a deactivation image. Sorry. There we go. Oh, -1 there. This is what I was looking for. -1 or a 0. Okay. Why can I still see it? There we go. Getting somewhere. Now we have the button on top, but we can't see it. It is rounded. Let's do, for example, what do we say? Storage. Which one is which here? That's that. That's the background. Am I doing something wrong here? Oh, yeah. Holy smoke. Okay, this needs to be a little bit smaller. 64 to 64. For example. 32. No. 40. 60. Okay. And this text, let's say 25 seconds. We want that to be a little bit bigger. Size is what? 32. Need that to be 3. Don't like the color. Let's see. If we're gonna tick down, first of all, it's not rubato. We're gonna have. Wow, there we go. That's our thing. 24. And that means that now we need to bring that down to 2. All right. This one can be removed. We don't need that. We need a deactivation image here, though. That's fine. We'll leave that for now. So this one is going to be active countdown clock. That's the selection button, which is activation button. Boom. And then let's see here, deactivation image. This is 0.1, then it's all black. That's a little bit too much, so 0.5, something like that. It's fine. We also want a couple of animations on this. Let's see, item image is fine, item background. I don't know. I think I want a different type of item background, because this button is everywhere, or the look of this is everywhere. So I think I want something different, but we can do that later. Selection image is... What is selection image? Honestly, it's just a brush of color. Don't fucking need that anymore. Make it brighter. No. We're gonna deal with that later. Okay, so what do we want to do? Let's say it's active. Let's see if we make this red. Oh shoot. No, that won't work. No. Let's see, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Image background, is that one. Could we change some of the settings on these maybe? Let's create a new version of this. And we're gonna take that, we're gonna grab that there, copy it there, we're gonna call this MI activation button. Go. Let's see what we got here. All I want to do is the border edge, inner, disable, hover pressed. Copy this. We can go back to it. No. Nope. That really doesn't do anything. Is it this one? That's the inner center part of it. Okay. Leave that. Okay, that's the inner part. Leave that. Edge. There we go. Okay, we need to have a color that doesn't stick, because this feels like it's sticking out a little bit. But this is the color we want to animate. Edge RGB. Okay, let's just notepad. Edge RGB. Edge RGB. Okay. So that is the one that will be activated when the button is active. So let's go and create an animation. Active animation. And we're gonna use that one. We are going to use MI activation button. Let's see. Image background. And we're gonna use brush material. And we are going to take the edge RGB there. And we're gonna have a kind of wobble effect. So let's say every half a second. I wish I could do something like this. I don't know, can I? Curve table, curve channels. Can't do that. Red, green, blue. Okay. Feels like I can't do anything here. There we go. Copy and paste. Come on. Oh my god. Okay, I can't drag that for some reason. Oh, there we go. Okay. Guess that will do for now. So whenever the module is active, that is going to play. Whenever it's inactive, we'll stop it. Let's start there, I guess. Compile and save. And then we have a button. We need to have access to this in C++, so we need to create a button class. I guess. All right, let's do that. Let's go into C++, public UI, widgets, create a new widget. I'm gonna put this in HUD overlay widgets. Like that. I'm gonna call this activated button. Oh, active button, activated button, active button widgets. All right, let's do that. Create that. It's so funny, I just have all this shit in this game. I mean, we really start getting pretty deep into the code. And I have absolutely nothing to show for on the screen. It's just... I guess that's why people start their game by building up a freaking world and then try to fill it with stuff. For me, I get a little box in the center. Been looking the same way for 3 months. Hiding code. So what's happening this weekend? I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'm gonna do some fun stuff. Jesus, I got a fucking bite. Got a bite from some fucking mosquito in October. It's all functionality, yeah, I know. I mean, as soon as you start pressing the buttons and start playing, it's actually stuff is happening, but, you know, if you just look at the screen right here, it's like, woohoo! The world is filled with shit. But yeah. Yeah, don't go too fast though. It's not about just rushing through it, but you know, really start understanding what everything is doing. That's the most important thing. All right, so that is the HUD overlay widget controller. So what the hell do we call this? Just so we keep HUD overlay widget. We called it active button widget. So we're gonna call this UI widget controller. Put it into the right one. Select folder, active widget controller, active button widget controller. And before I do anything else, I'm gonna go in here to the active button and set it up. Connect it. Let's see here, graph. We're gonna say class defaults. Oh, Jesus, dog. What are we using? There we go. Boom. Active button. There we go. That's the first guy. Combine and save. Nice. And not nice. And nice. Yeah, sometimes I feel like when I'm doing a course, it might go a little too fast, and then all of a sudden I end up in a situation where I basically just copied the course giver's code and don't really understand why I did certain things. And that is more important, you know, why are we doing certain things and the reason behind it rather than just do it. And that I think a lot of people will lose when they're using ChatGPT, because it's just give me the code for this, okay, copy paste into it, and then they have no idea what the fuck they did. They built the game and have no idea how it works, and you know, when things start going awry because ChatGPT gave you a code that wasn't really correct, you have no idea where to start looking for the errors. So what the hell are we doing here? We're gonna get the controller. I'm gonna have a T object pointer of a active widget controller. I know variables and pointers. It's creating my own functions and adding data assets such that they make them struggle with. Yeah, all right. Well, there's a lot of things in there to understand. You know, it took me forever to understand what the hell void and, you know, bool, when to use certain. Oh my god, when it comes to functions, I remember I was struggling, like, what the fuck is void? What does that mean? I don't understand, because they was like, okay, we had void, and then they put a name, and I'm like, what the hell? And but it helped that I've been working a bit with, you know, that was when I was working with JavaScript. and doing anonymous functions and, you know, lambdas and whatnot. Yeah. It will. All right, controller. Yeah, well, I can tell you that when I started, I didn't understand that. I was like, what the hell? What do you mean return? What the hell is it returning? Who's returning to what? What? When? How? Why? Oh shit, this is wrong. This is not supposed to be in here. Oh, concentration is supposed to be in here. And then we're gonna say public, boom, boom, boom. And we're gonna do is set. So controller is set. It's set. There we go. We're gonna have that. We're gonna override that, and we're going to go in here. We're gonna forward declare this. All right. But you know, take it one step at a time, and you'll get there. You'll get there. I know you will. I mean, look at me. You've been around for quite a bit now. I mean, just the vast leaps and bounds I've been doing the last month and a half. It's just crazy. Cast new widget controller. No, view active new widget controller. Widget controller. There we go. All right, we got that. We also need to set our T object pointer. See what the hell we need. Open up this guy again. So we need image there. We have access to that. Do we need access to that? Really? I'm gonna animate that, but we're probably gonna get a function to animate it, so we animate it in Blueprint. We need this one though. We need that one. We need the button, U button, and we need the text block, U text block. We have a U text block. Forward declare, and this is gonna be clock text. Button timer text. There we go. That's better. And we're gonna have a T object pointer of type new button. And we're gonna be activation button. And this will be forward declared. And we're gonna have U properties on these guys. And it's gonna be meta equals shit. This is where I bind some shit. Oh my god, I don't remember. Don't remember. Why don't I remember this shit? This should be like level 1 shit. No. There we go. Can do that. I don't think I need to have all that shit, but meta equals and parentheses bind widget is what I need there. All right, boom, and right. I already named this shit. That's the text. No, I like the name I put in here better. I'm gonna do this instead. And that's fine. That's all I need, that's the question. Gonna get the controller. Yeah, I think that is it. That's all I need. All right. Yeah, I'll be good enough. Shut these guys down. Don't want to shut that down. I can shut this down. Right. Let's see. Let's get our target container. Can leave that. Let's see. Activation button. Activation button widget. Position controller. Target amplifier. Wait. Those right now. There we go. All right. Amplifier. Oh my god, I closed down the widget anyway. I don't think I did that, but apparently I did. Alright. Copy these guys. Can have a void function for whenever we're setting this. So init controller widget controller, and we're gonna have a new text block. Reference called in button timer text. Then we're going to have a U button reference called in activation button. Come on. And in here we're going to say button timer text equals in button timer text, and we're gonna have activation button equals in activation button. All right, and then we're going to have some kind of setters. Add setters, etc. Put that there. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, need to take our controller. I'm gonna init widget controller, and we're gonna do it with the button timer text and our activation button. These need to be kind of dereferenced. All right, so we can close down these. Now we get access to those, and now we can start thinking about what we should do. Okay, we need to know if the button is pressed, right? So we're gonna have a function for that. So we need to have a function called oh, wait a minute. We can do that in Blueprint. I think it's easier. So what I can just do is do a blueprint callable. Oh, Jesus. I can do a void button is pressed. Okay. And button, and this is going to be a U function. And it can be blueprint callable. So whenever we press the button, this will be called, and then we can try to hook that up. Boom. I think that's the simplest way of doing this. It's not doing anything yet, but we're gonna just hook it up. So what do we need to have when we're creating this this thing? Let's see here. Shit. UI overlay ship menu fitting. What the hell are we doing here? UI fitting, floating, draggable, HUD overlay. Thank you. Controller is set. Controller set. There we go. Got that. I'm gonna cast our widget controller. Got widget controller. Boom. I'm gonna cast that to active button widget. Say what? It needs to be a widget controller, right? Yeah, active button widget controller. Oh, damn. Probably need to do this to a blueprint type, right? Otherwise I can't cast to it. Bum, 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 bum. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, let's open this guy up. We're gonna see, is our button, yeah, it's a variable, so we have that there. And if that is clicked, then we're going to take our, oh, right. Widget set, controller set. And take our widget controller. Dunk, dunk, bump. And we're going to cast to active button widget controller. Boom, there we go. And let's promote this to a variable, and this is widget controller. I guess not, so we're going to call it active widget controller. Okay, cool. Behave. Okay, I'm gonna get that, and button is pressed. Call that, and that should do that. Whenever we click the button, this should fire off. All right. So what the hell do we need? What kind of information do we need? Well, we need to know. Let's just get that in here. Let's see here. We need to know what What slot are we connected to? What ability are we triggering? Is the ability active or not? What else? That's what we are doing. So we need to create a holder for all these. And then when we are adding an item into a slot, we need to be able to correspond this controller to that slot. So we need to move back a step, and let's see, because we need to have this one made, and we need to be able to add things to this slot. So for example, we take our active button. Oh, I should rename that because that name is not good at all. WBP underscore active button. There we go. Maybe I should close this down and open it again. WBP underscore active button. Pretty big. Auto. Oh, maybe it works for now. So that's that. So we need to create some kind of holder for this guy. Button overlay. So we're gonna rename this as well. WBP active buttons holder. I don't know. I'm so bad at names. Right. Anyway, we need to create a class for that. We're going to add it to the overlay. Let's see. Let's just take a look here. We got a canvas. Maybe we can just add it to the canvas because the overlay will be there. We just need to add things to it. So if we add it here, active buttons holder, and I want to set that to this. Oh shit, that is not this one. So I want to do fill screen. Sorry, this guy. What size did we set this to? Did we set it at all? 450 times 100. 450. There. 450. Hello? Oh. 100. There we go. And I want this to... Honestly, I think I want the user to be able to drag this around too. And if you're gonna do that, it shouldn't be added here at all. It should be... Ah, shit. We'll put it here right now, and then we'll deal with it later. 225 and okay, so that's a negative 225. Oh, wait a minute. Put it 0 and 0. We'll set the alignment 0.5 and 1.1. 1.1.3. See what that looks like. Holy shit, what the hell happened when I hover? Alright, that is something I need to deal with. Couple of things there, to be honest. Deactivated image. I want to set this to 0 tint straight out of bat. I know it's nothing important right now, but deactivated image. Deactivated image. Get that. I want to set. What do you call it? Drawing something. Shit. There's a set. Visibility is not render opacity. No, that's not it either. Well, maybe it is. Set render opacity. Maybe it is that one. I want this to be 0. Boom. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Now we got the hover and button, and we'll have to deal with it when we get to that. Now you want to do it all yourself, but you need help with models. Let me know. Yeah. Whenever let me put it like this. Whenever we need to start creating models at a high level pace, then yes, I need help. Right now we're just building out all the functionalities. But, you know, at some point, if I feel that now is the time we need to start putting the world together, because that's where I'm gonna need help. You know, building out a world. That's gonna be the big freaking thing. You know, rocks and mountains and whatnot and whatever. That's when I'm gonna really need help. Right now we're just doing functionalities, right? And yeah. No. And I mean, it's when it comes down to this, it's because I don't know exactly what kind of world we're gonna build up this stuff into. But I want, like, in nature, rocks, and, you know, I don't know, alien planet, more of a alien looking rock. So I don't want this to look like, you know, Idaho. You know what I mean? But yeah. Right now it's just functionality, you know, how to trigger stuff, how to, you know, fight with each other, how to mine, how to do things. And right now it's, you know, I'm building up this model, this one model, and doing one thing at a time. And then we'll see where we end up later on. Yeah. So does this look okay? I know it's not that big a space, but I'm thinking that we should have like a couple of layers on them. Maybe you have the high slot and at the top, and then we have the low slot or mid slot. I don't know. But I only want the ones that are actually interactable. So anything that is, you know, interactable into the world is what I want here. So not passive modules, only active modules. But I think this is okay for now, to be able to just start them and finish them. And then we need to have some kind of showing of what kind of energy levels our ship has. But that's just basic. How should I put it? It's a basic energy, you know, progress bar kind of deal. So that should be fine. Right. let's get, oh, hello. Oh shit, yeah, this stuff, I haven't hooked it up. It doesn't exist, so that's fine. Let's get this guy on the road so we can hook this guy up and get access to everything inside here. So I want to create a controller and everything. I don't know, do I need a controller? I probably do need a controller, because this is where we're gonna have the code to get these on board. So we need to have everything in here. So active slot holder, and we're gonna have a class settings. So we need to change this from a user widget to a widget public UI. Let's see, UI widget, and it's gonna be a user widget. Create one of those. We're gonna have this in our overlay folder, and we're going to call this something. Active button holder. I don't know what else I can call it. Active widget button. Active button holder. Activatable button holder. Active. Fuck knows. Create that. Call it that. No? Okay. Press again. But I mean, just the fact that I got my first active module actually working, it's pretty cool, because now I can use that as a base for my entire array of active modules that are not going to be, how should I put it, that is not going to be interacting with other characters in the world, but actually activating things on your own. For example, we can have we can do, it's basically the same thing if you have, for example, a shield hardener, a shield amplifier, anything to do that will change, that actively will change the attributes on your vehicle. It's basically the same freaking code over and over again, just different, you know, different things. Yeah, thank you. Yep, perfect. Exclamation mark Discord. But you know, so the thing I done for the past couple of days, where we actually getting this activatable widgets, modules, it's basically the same thing for all my modules. It's gonna be roughly the same code with some variations of it, and all of a sudden we have a game that have all possibilities when it comes to interacting with your own vehicle. And the next step is to start interacting with other things in the world, for example mining or shooting or whatever we do. That's the next step after this, which is going to be really exciting when we start getting that into it, because start interacting with the world is what a game is all about, right? Alright, shit, I'm just sitting and talking smack right now, but yeah. We need a widget controller for this. We're going to take our widget controller, we're going to create a new controller. We're going to put it into our overlay widget controllers. Select that folder. We're going to say this is a active button holder controller. Jesus. Yeah, create that. All right. Let's see. So we start over here basically and doing the same thing. We can go into this guy here and just boom. Oh no, that's the control. Oh well. Gonna do this one. This could be stupid to do. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. So where is in here? Okay, what do we need access to? Let's go back a step. We need to have access. Well, holder. There we go. Boom, boom. We can actually go in here and say now that we're gonna have a holder, active button holder class as the parent. It's fine. We're gonna say widget controller set, and we're gonna get our widget controller. Widget controller. I'm not. Can't cast it. Well, I actually can cast it. I actually can. Cast to. No, Jesus, we don't have that. Okay, we have to wait with. I have to make it a blueprint type. Let's see. It's the holder here. So we need this to change name. This is gonna be button container. Let's see. Should I create 2 levels? Let's say you want to have the high slots in the top row, and then you want the mid slots in the, or you know, do you want high slot, mid slot, and low slots, or you just want to have high slots like weapons and stuff like that in the top slot, and then, or oh, this is an interesting query. So I can wrap this with a vertical box, right? There, and this is can be let's see. Yeah, main slots would be weapons, yeah. So yeah, we can have 2 rows, main slots, and the thing is that I'm thinking we might want to be able for the user to move these around, but yeah, no, wait with that right now. No, it wouldn't work because a widget switch is basically saying that you will only see one set of buttons, right? You can only see high slots, low slots, or mid slots button, and you want to see all of them because sometimes you want to turn them off, turn them on, and you don't want to have a toggle that you have to, you know, toggle in between them. It would just make me crazy anyway. So what we can do 2 rows. So we're gonna say button rows. So at least we have 2 button rows, right? Or maybe it's too early. I can do that later. We can just skip that for now, and they can all be in 1 row, and then we'll deal with that when it comes to it. There we go. Just do button container, button A container, button 1 container, and then we'll deal with that later. So I have the button container. That's probably the only thing I need to have access to right now. We can set that to variable. I don't know if I need that, but just in case. It's a horizontal box. All right, let's go in and set that up. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, that's true. It's going to be a lot of changes, and just trying to take it one thing at a time. And the easy part is the easy thing to do is just run around and just add shit, and then you have to start, you know, removing code because it's not what you want in the end. It's easier to add code than to remove code, because removing code means that you probably going to start going through functions and try to figure out what the hell is going on. Why is it crashing now? Because you know, you reference something that you removed somewhere else. It's like usually pretty toxic. The object pointer is going to be a U horizontal box. And let's see, what the hell did we call it? I'm so great with names. Button 1 container. Let's just copy that. And we're going to say that there. Boom. All right. Let's see, we're gonna bind this. So meta, let's see if I remember, equals parenthesis bind widget. Dunk. Don't think we need to have the rest of it there. I'm gonna do a controller though. Shit, I need to do a T object pointer on this. T object pointer. There's gonna be a U. Active button holder controller. Boom. We'll declare that. And this is going to be called controller. That's it there. And we're going to have controller set something. I never remember exactly. Set. There, that's the function we want. And do that, and we don't need that, honestly, really don't. We're gonna take a widget controller. No, we're gonna take a controller. Why don't I remember this? I know exactly what I'm doing, but cast U active button holder controller. And we are casting the widget controller. Boom. I know how to bind widgets now, so I don't struggle anymore linking health bars, etc. Yeah, I think it's better way to do it than to create in-house bindings and stuff like that. At least you can get control from the controllers instead. Let's see, that's not the right one. This is the one we want. Void init controller. Should actually, honestly, I should have created this object pointer. Come on, U horizontal box. What the hell do we call it? Button 1 container. And new horizontal box reference in button 1 container. And let's create that mother. There we go. And button 1 container equals no. I'm gonna do it backwards. Button 1. Yeah, I do it all. Do you seen that? I do it constantly. Go back and check what I just named something 30 seconds ago. That is standard for me. It's just crazy that you don't have the memory. Here we go. So we're gonna say controller. For fuck's sake, what the hell? Init. Init controller. It's right there. Oh shit. Yeah, that's right. Public. Otherwise it won't work. Otherwise it won't work. No, sorry. Init controller. I'm gonna say button, one container. We're gonna say boom. And now we get access to that. Yeah, it's I mean, the short-term memory, and especially things that we know that we don't really need to remember. Yeah. All right. Activate bridge controller. Blah 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 blah. Huh. All right. So now we got that. So now we can say that we have access to it, and when we are, so we want to initialize, when we initialize this thing, we're creating it. Let's just get a text. We can actually do that. We can launch this. I just want to get a text on the screen to know that we actually are initializing this, because we're not doing it in code. We're actually doing it as when we are adding the when we're adding the HUD. So I just want to double check that it actually works. I usually do this in code. Don't know if we're not gonna do in code right now. We're not, but to be honest, we're adding the HUD. Because not always that we want this. It's just in, you know, regular levels. So I don't know. We'll see. Developer map. Where are we? We're on overlay. Overlay. There we go. Boom. So cast to. No shit. I forgot that anyway. God damn it. Guess the blueprint type. There we go. Relaunch this. So yeah. Oh, this weekend though, the plan is for me to. I'm gonna start modeling up a mining tool. Get that set up, model, put it in, and then I'm gonna create my first high slot activatable widget. Hopefully I will have it done by Monday. So yeah. Only blueprint I have is animation blueprints for animating the tanks, turret, and wheels. Big drill thingy. Yeah, I want to, honestly, I wanted to just. So, okay. I don't have an exact plan on what I wanted to do, but the main thing is I want you to be able to stand number of meters away from the rock and shoot a laser at the rock, and it will activate the ability, and for every circle that your module are going through, it will deposit ore into your ore chamber or into your storage container. Okay. But the question is, I'm also thinking that you could have a second thing on it. So you basically have to break up a rock into smaller pieces. I saw that they have it on, which fucking game was that? Star Citizen, I think it was. That you have to break up the rock into smaller pieces, and then you can get the ore from that. That looked pretty interesting too. So you have to do a couple of different things, so it's not the same. For example, EVE Online has the thing that you start your mining thing and it's just buzzing away, and you can sit there and watch a movie while it's going and doing its thing. And I want it to be a little bit more active than that. So I'm thinking that you should have a two-step rocket, so you have to break the rock into multiple things before you can start dragging out the ore. That's, you know, how I've been thinking about it in a way. Yeah, pre-fracturing it. Oh, the rock? Yeah, you pre-fracture it, and then you basically you can have two sets of textures on it. You have one texture when it's combined, so you don't see the cracks, and then you crack it, and when you crack it into 5 different pieces, every piece has its own texture. So you'll basically, you could have, what you're gonna have, like 5 models. You have one model, and then with the thing on it, and then when it's time to break it apart, it's just change the model into the 4 different parts, and then, you know, you use gravity to take care of the splitting, I guess, like it's rolling out, or if you want to have a little explosion into it. Don't know exactly how we're gonna do that, but I think that some kind of 2-step rocket for it. I think it's and you know, you can have, depends on how many levels of fracture you have on it. Yeah. I don't think it needs to be, you know, explosion and you get 500 pieces. I'm not, you know, they have that in another game where you moon mine. You basically grabbing something from a moon and bring it up, and then you sends a laser into the rock, and it fractures into, you know, 100 different pieces, and then you have to go around and collect the different pieces. And I think that might be a little bit overkill. I think it's easier to just do something on a smaller scale into maybe 5 pieces, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, they still want a different. Yes, they cannot be the same. Absolutely. And I'm thinking that you're gonna have not only different sizes and shapes on the rocks, but also different type of rock, different locations. So I want you to be able to, with a smaller mech maybe, or a smaller vehicle in a way, maybe you can have some kind of tank-like looking vehicle that goes deep into a mine, for example, where you have specific rocks that can only be found in there, etc., etc. Yeah, I don't know about performance. I have to learn more about that. I actually don't know which models, and you know how you do it. It's an interesting idea or interesting to learn how to actually do it correctly. Because then we have the performance when it comes to using the correct type of objects as well. Yeah, but you have the new system, right? Where it's an automatic load system when it comes to rocks and what do you call it? Nanite? You get the nanite system. I think that should automate a lot of things there for you. But these are the things I need to learn more about. I don't know enough. I've never been a you know, an artist in that shape or form that you build a world. I have no freaking idea, to be honest. But you know, it's a game. It's a development thing. You got to be able to grab it and move forward with it. You know what I mean? And then I know there's a shit ton I don't know I need to learn about, and that's the fun part of this project too. Cast to active. Cast to active button holder controller. There we go. That's the one we want. Boom. Well, you need LOD for certain things. honestly, it's they use nanite now for larger, for example, you have these rocks and and then you use nanite for it, and it will automate things when you come closer. You will use more pixels or whatever it's called. It will automate it for you, but then for characters and stuff like that, I don't think it's very good. Yeah, but it's all about rendering, right? Isn't that what LODs is all about? That you're getting high quality the closer you get. Active widget controller. As I said, I don't know enough to be able to say this or that. I really don't know enough. All right. Let's see. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to. No. You can probably go into the engine and look at the code. It's not really. I have no idea. I really don't know. Hey man, Reaper's Real SRP. You got many questions? Well, shoot, man. I'll try to explain and let you know what the hell is going on. Yes, that's right. Also, somebody on the other side of the map don't render 10,000 polygons or million polygons, for example, when render 100. Yeah, I mean, it's all about what we need to. There's a lot of things to think about. A lot of things, especially when it comes to performance, because I don't know enough. I don't know enough. Where the hell were we? Yes, I just wanted to print out a string. Where do we want to print it out? I just want to make sure that we are, when we're activating this, we want to print out a string to make sure that it's active. Okay, I just want to do that. Let's see here. You just bought the shooter rifle animation pack on Fab for UE5. I'm not sure how to set it up. Oh, Jesus. I have no idea what that rifle animation pack. I don't know what that is. Let's have a look. See. On Fab. I actually haven't been in on Fab at all. Let's see here. No, that's fine. I can't do it right now. Rifle animation pack. Let's see what we got here. Is it this one, or there's a couple of them here, but apparently M4 animation rifle pack. All right, so it's an animation pack. Okay. Oh, Jesus. This is something I'm not 100% sure about. But I'm thinking that you need to target the animation to your model, first of all. So you need to retarget it to if you have a specific model. And then, so basically where you need to start looking at retargeting. It has full body, yeah. I mean, you got the full body here, so I'm guessing that what you should look for is tutorials on retargeting for animation. And then, that's where you need to look at. There's shit ton of tutorials about that, how to retarget and, making sure that your animation fits. That was with the green. shooter rifle. Is this it? Or is it the... No, that's healing animation. Hey, Throttle Master. Apparently we should use a mix of nanite and LOD. And it sounds more to me... Oh yeah, alright. Yeah, I mean, don't they have... I don't know what they have, what's included in this pack. But yeah, I mean... You need to find... You need to start finding, first of all, because I don't know what the pack is doing, and I'm not an expert at this. This is not my forte. What I'm learning myself. I'm trying to learn myself. You need to find, you know, everything you need to know. It's interesting because this is UE4. This is not UE5 even. But you need to find a tutorial on animation, retargeting and adding animations and such as, because it's basically it's just finished animation. So you just need to create a blueprint and then start adding them after you retarget them. So yeah. Yeah. So. I'm sorry, can't say anything because I'm not an animator. I worked very little with this. I'm more of a C++ coder and try to get my functions in there. You know, that's what I'm working on. For this is something I need to learn more about, but I'm not an expert. I'm sorry. I wish I was. So, yeah. Anyway, I must say welcome in here, and you know, if there's an area I can help you with, I would love to help you. No. I love to help people if I can. I'm just, this particular area is not my strong side. It's very, to be honest, I'm extremely weak on that side. It's usually what everybody starts with is animations. And for me, it's always been UI. It's been the first and center what I do, because I come from data-driven stuff. So I've been coding APIs and stuff like that before. So it's more from that side I've been looking at it. And right now, the game I'm building right now is extremely data-driven. And that's why if you look at my map right now, I mean, I got nothing. But if I press the play button here, this is where my strong suit is, for example, you know, this stuff. I'm building more of a gas system game that is heavily relied upon adding and removing modules and getting your vehicle doing and set up exactly what you want. So I'm more of a, I would say that my game is mostly similar to EVE Online in that sense. And yeah, it's a totally different game. I applaud you trying to do it. It's a good project, and I wish you the best of luck. It's just that you're doing things that I'm very weak on, and what I'm doing, I'm trying to learn that part of it because I need it in my game as well, because this game is supposed to be a two-header game. You have these big mechs that you can add different items to, and then when you're out mining, you could have somebody else has another smaller mech or smaller vehicle of some type that they fit for small combat, and that would be more running around in the world as a first person shooter. While these bigger mechs is more, if I close this down right now, it's more of a click and walk and go to different place, do whatever you need to do, fight with whatever, and then you target each other like this, and then you basically activating the gun and start shooting at that one and automatic tracking and targeting. And then you have smaller mechs that will run more like an FPS. Well, Titanfall is very FPS-y. You know, you control it with WASD. Well, these right now, the big ones, is basically, you know, you click, a shift click, and I tell it to go to this place, and then it will automatically go there. So it's more of a click and forget about. But I want two different systems in here. I want the bigger mechs to have this functionality where you click to it and tell it to go over here. And then I want the smaller mechs that is more of a man size to be WASD controlled. So you will have a small mech will be able to shoot a big mech with more consistency and hitting better, while the big one will have bigger guns and worse application. So whenever it hits, it will hit powerful, but it will hit very, very seldom that it actually get a good hit on you. Yeah, it's still cool. I mean, I love this. And the fact is that you're supposed to do this by upgrading your vehicle to the specifications that you want to do. If you're going to mine, you're going to have a mining tools, right? If you're going to shoot somebody, you need to have a gun, and you need to make sure that your defenses are good. While if you're just out mining, maybe you don't worry so much about the defenses more than, you know, you need to swap off the little guy that comes and thinks he's going to be, you know, the king on the hill there and try to kill you. So that's what this is all about. So yeah. Yeah, I'm doing it another way, man. I'm doing mostly of my stuff in C++. I do the most of it in yeah. Oh, there you go. Botrix is just telling you about the Evil Line, because that's the world I've been playing games in before, and I actually haven't updated Botrix. Yeah, no, I'm doing C++ because I want this to, in the end, I want to go over and get some stuff from. I want to control this with like an AWS site or something like that. So you have we don't go through Steam or anything like that. I want this to be a downloadable game on your PC, and you connect to a database or data server to play with other players. So that's, you know, it's a lot of work, a lot of code that's gonna go into this shit. But I'm okay. You know, I've been doing this for 3 months, and I'm just gonna continue working on it. It doesn't look like much right now in the world, but you know, there's a lot of code going on right now. Right now, I'm working on making active attributes. So right now I have a button. So if I go in here and go to the fitting menu, I have a module out there. I haven't done any images. It's a targeting amplifier. So I place that in place, and then I go over to my fitting menu, and you see that I have my target distance at 35, so 35 meters. So if I activate this with the 4 button, you can see that the distance goes up to 45, and you see max energy actually drops a little bit when it's get activated. It activates every 5 seconds. It's activated himself, and you need to make sure that the energy, it's not draining. So all your modules need to have an energy level that is higher than your drainage, higher than your regeneration. And your regeneration here is 55 per second right now, so you can use a lot of modules before this even start dropping. And when the max energy goes down to below 0, your module will no longer be able to activate and will be shut down. It's, you know, it's all that stuff. Yeah, I'll keep up the good work. I know you fucking in pain, but it's like, yeah, I've been doing it for a while now. I like it, so there is a lot of stuff I haven't gotten to yet, but you know, it's gonna be fine. Building my UI in Photoshop. Yeah. Well, I'm building mine with my widgets. This is the fitting menu that you see here. Yet mode, but no. Well, oh, you mean the animation, the VFX pack? Yeah, I got it. I usually don't, you know, I usually just get them, but I've never been using them. So, yeah. But, yeah, alright. So, things are happening. So, right now, what I want to do is I have hotkeys for all these slots, but I need to be able to activate them into buttons instead of slots. So that's what I'm actually working on now. So that's what this is supposed to do, is, you know, so we can use buttons instead of slots when we are doing it. Yeah, I think yeah, I usually get those free stuff. I usually, you know, click on it and just get it, but you know, usually what I use those for is more like looking into how they're built, and then I'm trying to rebuild stuff. That's usually what I use most of my material for. What I'm mostly interested in is usually, you know, when they have things that will be world building items. Stuff like that. That is the most important thing for me, I think. Thank you, Unknown Man. I think it looks pretty cool. Start thinking it. Yeah. Print string. We need to print a string here. So I want to see so it's when it's activated here. So we are getting it here. Boom, boom. Oh. Display name. Yeah, that's fine. We can get the display name. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. Let's see here. So nothing get printed. Okay. So let's see if I get that one and just do the print string now. Just hello. Right. So we are not setting the controller, so we need to set the controller. Right. Okay, so that means that I probably cannot do this. I need to add it in code. So I'm gonna do that. So this is in our overlay. So let's go to our overlay, and we are going to, when we are starting the overlay, we'll add it to the screen basically. All right, information sub widget. I got so many widgets, it's just freaking insane. Information sub widget, that's what happens when you, after a while, after you've been coding away. So let's see. We need to get init controller. We want to let's see, what the hell do I want to do? So I want to add the holder, right? And I want to add it at the start. Yeah. So all right. Let's do that. Maybe I should just do it. Yeah. All right. Pointer. Maybe let's get the widget here. Let's see. What the hell kind of widgets are we talking about? The holder. So it's an active view, active button holder. This will be view property, view property. And we're gonna say widget, no, edit anywhere. Right. Oh shit. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Can get a controller. We can get a constructor here. I need to use the constructor to get the widget in here. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna steal some code. How about here? Yeah, that'll be perfect. Boom. Cool. Paste that in here. We also need to have a controller created. We're gonna say you active widget button with the controller, and this will be a button. That is the wrong one. Sorry. You active button holder controllers. Which one we want? Button holder controller. And let's see, that one can, no, where am I? Active widget controller, that can be removed. All right, so let's go in here. Let's start with the button holder controller, is the easiest one. Get that. I'm going to say you button holder controller class, get a static class, and what's the problem with you? Oh. Active button holder controller. Got that. What's your problem? Alright, we'll look in it in a second. Boom. And dunk. And object. We're not gonna have an object here, are we? We're gonna have a class. What is your problem? Okay. Include UI widget. It overlays, active button holder. What the fuck? Let's see, what am I missing? There's something I'm missing. I don't see it. I hate when I don't see shit. Widget controller, button holder. Do button holder object. Don't really need that. It doesn't freaking matter. I know. I just want to do. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. T subclass of. That's what it's supposed to be. Not object pointer. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Let's see. There you go. Boom. All right. Cool. And now we initialize the control and we add button holder. There. And boom. Just need to create that function. Boom. And it can be a void. And boom. So now we got the button holder. We get the button holder controls. Now I just need to create that button. Fuck it. Let's see. New. Here we go. Let's cap. Cap it is. Cap it. Cappy. All right. You widget button. You. Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. Boom. Let's call widget. New widget. It's probably fine. Get world, and then we're gonna have our class, which is the button holder. We'll go. We need to add our that one, and then we need to a couple of different things here. We need to get play controller, include main controllers, play controller, and we need a HUD, include UI, and we're gonna say HUD, main HUD. That's where new widget, all right. And let's see, we need to actually have the controller here, button controller. Then when we finish this, we'll worry about adding this to the freaking viewport, because that's what I'm really wondering about. So now we got the new widget. I'm gonna set the widget controller on that, and that's the widget controller. And so what do? How do we add this to the viewport? Because we want to set the position in the viewport. Should we just add it to the overlay? We got a canvas panel, so we need to make this into a canvas slot, right? So let's get our main canvas panel, because this is where I don't remember exactly what the fuck to do. It's like yeah, I don't know. Oh. What? Why is my canvas red? Can it be used as a type? Oh, all right. There we go. All right. I'll go and get some more coffee, so I'll be right back. Ready to come with me, Coltrane? Get some coffee? Yeah, I'll be right back. Right, got music there. Oh, starting to get cold. It's, you know, dark now. 5:30. It's freaking dark. Crazy. All right. So where the hell were we? Oh yeah, canvas. We need to make this into a slot. So let's see here. New canvas slot, right? And a slot. Equals, I don't know, new widget. No, you need to do something else. I don't remember what. I need to look that up. Don't remember. Jesus. Let's see. We need to add a widget to a canvas. Convert it to a canvas. I don't remember how to do it. Let's see. Hello? Oh, great. Add let's see here. We need to grade. Let's see here. You can slot, new slot equals. Okay, we need to cast it. That's what we need to do. You canvas slot, slot. Do I need to add this as a child first? Let's see. Add child. New widget. Slot. All right. Okay. Remove that one anyway. Now we can say new slot. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Set anchor something. Set anchor. Set anchors. Jesus. Ow! Wow! 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 Let's see. Need to set the anchors to the bottom center. All right, there we go. Set position. 1. I say that this is not what I've been. This is not really my forte. Okay, so this needs to be F anchors. Is that it? Is this really right? See, set alignment. This is not really what I want to write. A lot of stuff that I need to do. Let's see here what the hell we talked about. So we talked about this, right? So this is 450 by 100. Set size. Let's say 450.f and 100. Set position alignment 0.5 and 1.3. New slot. Set alignment 0.5 and 1.3. And this needs to be a vector as well, right? What else could we do? What else could we do? Position 0, 0. Yeah, let's do new slot. Set new slot. Set position. To the 0. All right. Let's just cancel that. I'm gonna go in here. We're gonna remove this guy right there. And now we're gonna rerun this. Let's see what the hell we get. Are we doing something? Oh, getting this done, and then we can start thinking about the buttons and what we need, what information we need inside the buttons. To hook them up. Okay, nothing on the screen. Just like this drives me crazy. What the hell happened now? Create widget call with null class array. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, fuck me. Of course not. Idiot. I need to copy this reference here. And Need to get that in there. Boom. And I'm gonna remove everything up from the dot and everything before game. There we go. Now we can rerun this. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. There we go. Got it on the screen. Nice. Alright, got it on the screen. That's the most important thing. Oh, runtime access trying to read property. Active widget controller. Oh shit. Yeah, I pressed the button. That's why nothing is happening. Wait a minute. It should not matter. It should just... Wait a minute. Access none. Right, because... No, not right. Are we not? Hold on. That button is not hooked up. No, that's right. It shouldn't work. It should not work. That's awesome. That's right. It's not dynamically created. So, and we got hello from the client. So we are good. This is happening on the client, so it's not on server. So something to think about. You'll get it. Yeah, it's not that. It's just that certain things I want to get it done straight away. You know. So basically, let's see. What's the next thing? Well, we need to get in and tell this widget because right now we have only access to a button that doesn't freaking do anything. So we need to go in and start creating these buttons as they are needed. Boom. Okay. So we are going to go into our controller for my U active button holder. Can close this guy here. This is the next level. Here. And how many buttons do we need to create? Well, we need to create as many buttons as we have active widgets. So how will we know how many widgets there are active? We need to have, whenever we added the slots, we filled the slots. Now we need to know how many of those slots are actually active. So we need a function to keep track of that. This is actually more complicated than I thought. So basically we need to go into a slot manager. Close all these things and start over. Boom, public. Components, slot manager. So we create all the slots, we fill the slots. Let's see here, begin play, initialize empty slots. Freaking dogs. We set the load slots, we load in the slots, get the slots, sure. Activate slot, no. Equip item in slot. Yes, equip item in slot. Hold on. This could actually be something. Let's see. Whenever we activate a slot, that's going to be an active slot, right? Because I don't really care about slots I can't interact with. Let's see here. Go to system, get owner's authority, apply effect, grant ability. Here we go. We're granting the ability. And we're only granting ability for slots that are only granting abilities for slots that we can interact with, right? So how about we create something that will hold these modules that we can access, that will have all the information we need. Jesus. We'll have, look at that, we got the gameplay tags on it as well on the target slot. That is the buttons. So button, for example, if we press 4, we have a 4, and that will be in here because that is added to each slot, has its own, you know, gameplay tag. It's button 4, button 3, button 2, button control, alt, whatever. And we can use that whenever we need to activate and deactivate. So I want this to be ended up in a and we need a module, and I need a slot. Okay, so I need a T map basically. Let's create a T map. And what are we gonna have in there? We're gonna have a slot module. A module is what? A module is where the hell do we start this function? Jesus, getting freaking big here. Found row item module. There we go. It's an E. Criminal item. Well, I knew that. One of those. And then the other part I wanted was the gameplay tag, right? And that is a F gameplay tag container. Come on, I just want to copy here. Thank you. I'll think I'll over copied something. There we go. Yeah. That's what I want. This should be a reference, I guess. But that's not working either. That's not gonna work because I need to flip them around, right? Because we will only be able to have one one gameplay tag, we will be able to have multiple of the equipment item types. I want this to be an FGD gameplay tags. This is just going to be one tag. I want this to be called button control container. I don't know what the fuck they call this shit. All right. There we go. Button control container. Okay. All right. So now, whenever we add a module and granting its ability, we're gonna add. We're gonna add first key. So I'm gonna get. Let's see here. FGD gameplay tags. Tag to add equals target slot gameplay tags. And this could be multiple, right? Oh shit, it's actually multiple, isn't it? It actually is multiple. Because this could be 2. Can be a T. Okay, all right. Because it could be both activate and is active, so it can be. Oh shit! How the fuck do I see this? Target slots. Target slot. Target slot. Widget. Where the fuck do I have these? Jesus, I don't remember it. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. Gameplay tags. Control F and boom. Module grant ability. Activate slot. This is where we activate slot and we are grant ability. What the fuck? Hold on. What am I looking at right now? Equip item in slot. And this is activate slot. Oh my god, I think I need to put this down on paper or something like that, because right now all I need to know though is I want to know maybe I should do this. I just want one tag from that fucking slot. Don't know how to do this the best way. Because I just want to know which... I need to know which tag. I don't know. I'll have to I have to sit down and really go through this because I have no idea right now. I think I am on the right track here. What I need to know is I need to have gameplay tags for the slot. So the slot will have a gameplay tag of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. But I also remember I need to have a tag for control, or if we press alt. And right now we don't have that. I need to create those tags. I need to hook them up because if we right now if we press control or alt and the number, we access a different set of buttons. So we have right now we have, what is it, 20 18 27 different buttons we can access, but I only have tags for 9 of them. And in my ability system controller, I actually checking and sending through if the alt or the control buttons are pushed with bools, and we shouldn't do that. I need to go into it and make sure that we are sending the tags with it instead. So I'm going to send an alt and a controller tag. And right now, I've been working with this since 9 o'clock this morning, so it's 9 hours. I start to get really tired. My brain doesn't really work like it should. So I'm going to work on this, and I wish you all welcome back and pop in here whenever I'm streaming to see progress, and if you want to know more about this project. Sometimes I'm working a lot of hours and then I stream, and in the stream I go like, what the hell happened? I don't know. And then I stood there and go like, I usually know where I need to, what direction I need to go, and that's what I need to do now. I know what direction I need to go. I need to make sure that we have the tags for these. So I need to check if it has got an alt tag, it's got a control tag, and what button tag it has. And right now I know that that's going to be like an hour and a half or 2 hours of work right now. So I'm not going to do that. I need to take a break. I need to go eat. I need to, you know, take care of the dogs and things like that. So anyway, it was nice to have you guys here. I've seen people chatting, which is always appreciated. I love when people chat. Like and subscribe and follow if you are in a situation like that you can do that. So yeah, I'll see you next time on Swap Up Gaming, and take care until next time. Bye bye. Oh, wrong machine. Looking at the wrong code here. All right, take care. Bye.
You know that